Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So we're doing a little crochet along. I will be answering some questions you guys left me, talking about the future of the channel and my business and upcoming events. I will be crocheting a little bit, not a lot, because talking crocheting is kind of hard. I might have stopped randomly through this. But to give quick information on who I am before we get into that, you can call me Kenna or Kevin. I'm 17 years old and I crochet and sell my stuff online. I also cash budget on my channel as well. So yeah, get into the video. Chat. So I'm gonna start off with telling y'all what I'm working on. I am working on the Brooke the Bunny pattern by Loops and Knots Crochet. And here's what I have so far. I have the body done. And I just finished making the head and I did all of the shaping because the shaping was confusing. I would have done that on camera with you, but I finished that really quick because it was kind of confusing. Just because I've never done shaping, but once I figured out what I was saying, and like, I was so concerned about the eye placement, but after doing that shaping, so much better. I'm working on the ears right now, if you're wondering. But, so yeah, so I'm going to start off with the one question I got and basically answer that, and then I'm going to get into all of the goals I have for this business and what I want to do. So the question was by Julia Kelsch. She asked me how long it took for me to learn to crochet. And so basically, back in I think 2021, I started learning to crochet. My Nana was teaching me to crochet, and when I went to go visit her, and that's when I started learning. And over the course, and I think she gave me like the basics of it, and I like took off from there. Like I think within a couple weeks I had the basics down, and I started like my first project, which was a blanket. I feel like a lot of crocheters start off with a blanket. I don't know if that's just me or anything. I started off with like 3 rows of single crochets, and then I switched to slip stitches. I was making a slip stitch blanket, and I gave up because I think I was about 13, 14 years old, and doing slip stitch blanket, like if you crochet, you kind of know how like bad that'd be for like someone who's just started crocheting. And I was a kid with a very bad attention span. So yeah. So I didn't really finish that. I got about 2 feet done before I probably shouldn't be crocheting while I'm doing this because this is kind of weird. It has a lot of counting and stuff in it, so, but my bad. So I got about 2 feet done before I inevitably gave up and decided I was never going to crochet that again. I never wanted to crochet a blanket ever again. Until like a couple months later when my mom was like, yo, you were doing slip stitches, what were you doing? Because my mom also knew how to crochet, and she was helping me out at home because my Nana lives multiple states away. It's like a whole day's drive to go see her. So yeah. But after that, it took me about 2 weeks to get the basics down over the summer. And yeah, I was also a kid with lots of time and nothing better to do with my life than crochet. And my first true projects were of amigurumi, and I'm actually going to show you guys my first projects. I know this is going way more in depth than what the person had asked in the comment, but I thought I'd just give more details on me and how I got started into crocheting. So I'll go see if I can find those projects. If I can't, whoopsies. So I found them, and they look even more ridiculous than I remember. So I bought the crochet patterns from Hobby Lobby. If you're just starting, I have not tested any of their newer ones, and they've come out with a lot more. I don't even think I can find the ones that I bought back in the day. But here's the first one, which was this cow. My attention, I ended up going through the back loop the entire time. Here he is. I love and hate him at the same time, but I was so proud of him back then. And then I bought like if you look at the back of my decreases compared to now, yikes. But this was my first one, and then I got a second one, which was, I call him Cone Kitty, because don't ask me what happened with these. I don't even know. Those were my first ever projects, so this little thing, which doesn't look bad considering it's just a bunch of single crochets, right? But that was the start of me becoming a crocheter and falling in love with amigurumi. I've just recently gotten into, oh my god, my thing is squeaking against this. I'm hoping you can't hear my handle squeaking against my freaking desk. Sorry if you can. But that was the start of me getting into crocheting, and I'm a groomie. And yeah, and I've only more recently started getting into things like this and more non-amigurumi things. I'm also trying to get rid of all my yarn to make room for plush yarn like this, which if you're interested in what yarn and color this is, it's the Yarn Be Soft and Snuggle Air Moon, I think is the colorway. Yeah, Iron Moon's the colorway. It's really pretty. I'm gonna stop crocheting on it right now because I'm talking a lot. But yeah, so that's the only question I got, and so I answered that. Hopefully I answered it to the fullest of what they were expecting. So yeah. And I don't know if anyone's wondering this, because a lot of people don't watch my long form content, but if you a reason I don't show my face in all of my videos is sometimes I'm just not feeling it and I just don't want to, and other times I don't care. Like right now, I don't care. If people see my face, they see my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people I know see my face and somehow find my videos, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing my stuff to try to sell it and hopefully create a community, but like, also I don't know. I've kind of hit like a roadblock of stuck at subscribers. I've very slowly just started getting more, so we'll see. My goal right now is to hit 200. I think I'm only like 1,500 away. I can check really quick. Oh, actually I've gained more. I'm at 188, so I'm 12 away from 200. I would really like to get 200. I would really like to hit 500. I think at 500 I'm gonna do a giveaway. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna decide when I get closer to 500. So yeah, so getting into things, my future plans, getting on to future plans now. I'm planning on doing a market in November. It is going to be the weekend after Thanksgiving. That is when I'm gonna do it. It is when my aunt runs. She doesn't run it's not a market, but it's this Christmas thing they do literally the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's really fun. It's a bunch of Whoville inspired things. It's really fun. I try to go every year after work, but I'm gonna take work off this year that day so I can go do this. But they do, like, they'll rent out those little face ice skating rinks and stuff, and they'll sell a bunch of stuff, have a bunch of crafts and stuff and activities for kids to do. It's mainly more for kids, and then parents will also come with them. And last year they had vendors, and I was really excited about that because I wanted to do it. I'm like, yo, if y'all had told me, I would have come done this with y'all. But it was freezing. Like, it was freezing. Like, everyone had heaters and, like, all of that. So it was really cold. So I'm going to try to, like, bring stuff so it's not crazy cold for me sitting in there because it's outside at the end of November in the Midwest. If you know, you know. But, so I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to be making crochet vlogs focused around that, and I'm not centered on this camera. Let me see if I can, like, fix it to where I'm centered more. I think that's better. Hopefully that's better. Don't mind that. That's just my homecoming dress in a bag. It's not trash, I promise. But yeah, so that's my plan. One of my goals right now is to do that. So I'm really hoping that I can get that posted stuff. I'll probably post, like, updates on market prepping. A few of my things I've made so far. This will be going to my market. I don't know how much I'll sell it for, but it's super cute. I have like 4 different colors, so I'll probably make one in every color of things I have. So yeah, and then I have a list of things I want to make, which I'll probably talk about in my first market prep video. That might be next week, or my dragon one will be next week. I'm almost done. I was gonna post that this week, but I got busy, hectic. I'm actually having a good day today. I've been having a bad mental space, so I haven't been posting shorts very often or anything like that. All right. Okay, so I want to add 2 new things to my shop, but I'm unsure if I want to do it yet because I don't know if anyone would be interested. Also, I don't know how many people who watch and support me are crocheters or people who just like watching me yap. So, because I've had a few people buy from me, my crochet items from me, so yeah. So there's 2 things I want to add in my shop. I currently already have stitch markers on my shop. I don't have my gummy bear ones. I have, oh my god, let me see if I can just like, my stitch markers. I don't have the gummy bears ones on my shop. I have, let's see if I can find them. Here they are. The other one's off this one right now, but I have, let me grab the other one where there's both on them. I have these up in my shop currently, which are just flower stitch markers, which are really pretty. They're on my shop right now, but I've been thinking about adding like the gummy ones I have and the gummy bears that I have onto my shop. I just haven't done that yet because no one's bought those, and I just they're not getting much interaction on them. I also don't post about them very often on here, which probably is the problem. But I want to add more things like that, and add more like, oh my gosh, complex ones. I have these that one of my mom's or my dad's friends made for me, stitch markers, right? These are the kind of things I want to sell, not the micro crochet portion, but she made these stitch markers for me. Like, this is an actual bag. It has normal stitch markers in it too, like not like the micro crochet portion, but like these with like a bunch of beads and like a charm at the bottom. Maybe not this long, but like I would love to make a bunch of like these because I think they're so cute. Like this one is adorable. Little sloth. Oh, anyway, that's kind of what I want to do in the future. But for now, something short term that I'm thinking is more like available for me to do right now is sinker eyes. Oh my gosh. This was loud. My bad. Sinker eyes and custom crochet hooks. So I post a few times about my hooks and they don't get much traction, but these were made with Susan bait hooks, which are one of my favorite hooks, and I just added little colors onto them and I marked down their size. This is also a really pretty one. So yeah, I'm thinking about adding these to my shop and offering generics, Susan baits, and then I'm thinking about adding clovers, but I think clovers are gonna be really expensive because one, they already have the bait rubber on them that I would have to take off to add more rubber onto them, whereas Susan baits don't come with one, so they're easier to put stuff on. So I probably will do generic and Susan baits for now. But also nowhere near me sells Susan baits hooks anymore because we lost our Joann's. Rip Joann's though, because we lost our Joann's first. Like, our Joann's was one of the first to go. It was a really small one, and it was one of the first ones to leave. Like, actually, it was really sad. So all I have now is a Hobby Lobby, which only sells generic Hobby Lobby brand hooks. Sad. And I would have to go all the way to Michael's to get them or order them offline in bulk. So I'll probably add them to my shop eventually with generic, and then add the option for a hook, and then I would just go to I would probably go to Michael's and get a bunch of hooks, like 2 packs of like one size to one size, and then add those to my shop. And then once those sell out, they sell out, and if I find that they do good, then I will get more of those hooks. And then clovers, I'm not sure yet. They would just be pretty expensive because I'd buy them by pack, and then I wouldn't sell individual ones because they're kind of far away right now. And then the next are these hand painted safety eyes, basically it. So I had bought a pack a while back for some dragons I was making, and they came with backs. Like, they were clear like this, but they came with like backs you added to add the color to them, and you could just pick. And I've decided to just paint them myself. If you saw my short about my mushroom, you'll have seen them. Some of them I was making them, and then right after that I made these with stars in them. You can't really see them right now, but there's a short on my feed if you want to go see that, to get like a better, like, but there's stars in them and they're blue and they're really pretty. That would definitely be one I would sell. And then there's 4 others that I made. I'm not gonna sell these because they're not the style I want. I want to do like the moon style. I mean, I guess I could sell these. I just have very minimal like size options. Oh my gosh, I just dropped one. But these are another set I did, which I think are really pretty. Yeah, these are on 24 mils. So I might debate, like, if people are like, oh my gosh, if you guys see one of these you really like, let me know and I'll put it on my Etsy. But I have very minimal size options right now. And these are done with gel polish. As you can see, I have my thing back there. I have a bunch of it. I have a bunch of D&D, a bunch of really expensive ones. And then I did 2 of them with glitters. So you can see right there, right here, my glitters. I did 2 sets in 18mm, and I don't know how I feel about them because I just kind of like, I don't like how I did them. If I ever do glitter again, I'm going to put them on UV resin, mix them with UV resin, which is kind of what gel polish is, but it's already pre-colored instead of how I did them before. But I have these green, this rose gold set. I don't even know if you can see them. Yeah, and then I did this green set, which I don't like how this green set came out. The backing of them is really bulky. So that's why I personally don't like what I did. But then again, it might be bulkier the other way, which they're also really pretty. Ooh, that's a good lighting, right? All of a sudden, the sun's decided to come out. Let me see if I can show you these while the sun is out. It's been like kind of rainy all day. Let me see if I can show you these. There you go. Like, I really like these, but I don't like how I have them made. So I won't be making more of these for a while. So if you do like these and you want them, I'll probably, I'll make them, but they're really messy. Glitter got everywhere just because of how I was doing. I was just dumping glitter on the back of the eyes that had gel on it. I was like, ooh, it was a mess. There was glitter everywhere in my room, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna buy some UV gel, mix it in. But I have a few sizes of these 18s. Just showing you what size I have really quick. 16s. I found a pack. I found some stuff I'm gonna buy. Alrighty. And then my biggest size is the 30 mils, but I've never made anything that needed 30 mils. Like, I have 30 mils in just regular black, but I think the biggest I've used is a 24 on normal stuff, but these are so pretty and I want to make more of them. So I'm using these currently for testing different eyes and like layering my gel polish to get the best color that I think I can get, so that way I can be able to sell them to you guys. And I'm working on making a collection, and then I'm going to pick the most popular sizes and put them in there. Once I get the most popular sizes, I think, for people's eyes, I'll buy those sizes and release a collection in those colors. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm unsure really about everything with it, but that's kind of my plans right now for everything, for my channel, for my business, and upcoming things that are going on. I'm really trying to post more. I really am trying to be consistent. I know I've been more consistent than I have been in the past. I post weekly, if you don't know. I post weekly. I post a crochet video one week, and then the next week I post a cash stuffing video. If you don't know what cash stuffing it is, it's a budgeting method. You can go watch any of my videos that I have posted on that to go check it out, see what it is. And I'm thinking about potentially adding those items to my shop as like kind of stuff for that on my shop as well. But again, I don't know really what direction I'm going on with the channel. I know what direction I'm going with. I'm going with crochet and cash stuffing, and then maybe the occasional writing video, but that'll be random. You'll just randomly get an extra video a week. My shop, I think, is probably just gonna stick with crochet. I would really like to move into crochet tools like the stitch markers, the eyes, and the hooks. Those would be my dream, to move into that and sell my plushies on the side, like as just like an extra, and go to markets and sell them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal with the shop. That's where everything's at. If you want to support me, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Here's an emoji to use in the comments if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end and actually watched all of my video. I know this rambling was probably not the best. So yeah. But yeah. If you want to go check out my Etsy shop, let me know. If you're interested in any of the colors I showed you, I can make them. I'm very limited on sizes, and I will work with you on it, and I will put up a link, my thing on Etsy for it as well. And yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for anything, content you want to see wise, and all of that. And yeah. Bye guys. I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful week. Mwah.